I have a friend who's very, very rich. He's also done federal time for tax evasion or fraud or something or other, not very kosher. He's very, very smart and terribly funny, and I don't think that, making friends at the top of his list, so I don't hang with him that often. But every 6 months or so, we will nosh it up at a deli, and I love his company because he's very aggressive and argumentative and righteous and so on. And he has great worldly stories because he's met everybody because of his wealth and power. So he likes to make fun of me, and he calls me a kumbaya kind of guy and a left-wing socialist, a fireside socialist also, and I'm none of those things. But I am of a certain age that puts me right in the middle of the folky era. When I was 15, I got a job at a summer camp, a B'nai B'rith camp at Town Island, Lake of the Woods, Ontario. I was paid $150 for the whole 2 months of the summer to be a maintenance worker, and we did dishes 3 times a day for 150 people and swabbed the floors and took out the garbage to the incinerator and burnt it, and went underwater and fixed boat docks, and it did cut the playing field with a tractor. And anyway, that's the kind of thing. I wasn't qualified to do any of these things, but I did them. And the most important thing was, of course, I learned how to play the ukulele and the guitar, and I made some wonderful lifelong friends. With two of these guys, we used to sing together all the time, and we called ourselves the Shenandoahs. I did the lead tenor, and the other guys did all these great harmonies. Pete Seeger and the Weavers were among our heroes. Years later, I would have the great pleasure of working with Ronnie Gilbert, who's the lady singer of the Weavers. I worked with her in classes at Simon Fraser University. Then I had the great pleasure of watching her do Samuel Beckett's Happy Days. She was absolutely brilliant. Kisses sweeter than wine, good night, Irene, if I had a hammer, follow the drinking gourds, and let's, and we shall overcome. These were all anthems to us, and any one of us may or may not have believed in these things, or joined unions, or marched for any cause, but we certainly knew the great joy of raising our voices in song together. In recent years, I watched a couple of documentaries about the Weavers and about Seeger. Seeger was a kind of genius who not only wrote all these great songs. This is a guy who was banned from television for 17 years, but he and his friends really single-handedly saved the Hudson River from total destruction and renewed it to its former health. He was a Kennedy Center honoree in 1994. Question is, what can my rich friend claim? That he made a lot of money? Pickle. Money is good, and it can bring more greatness to the world if it so chooses, but inspiring millions of people, that's something else again.